Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Bohan. Today we are going to going through another challenge, another alerts on the Let's Defend platform. So if you don't know what Let's Defend is, basically it is a platform designed for the SOC analysts. So if you are aspiring to become a SOC analyst or work in a SOC right now, this platform is a perfect platform for you to sharpen your skills and learning new things. So they have the monitoring in here, which is real time monitor. Like you basically simulate a real day to day job. You're responding to the alerts by resolving each case, and they have additional DFIR, the malware analysis, which is more kind of like CTF style. Just answer questions. Basically, it is really fun to play and really fun to do, and it is pretty close to real world. Some of those challenges is directly coming from the real world, so it will be really beneficial for you to doing DFIR and the malware analysis. Besides the monitoring alerts. So today the alerts I'm going to resolve is this SOC147 SSH Scan Activities, which is being triggered on the June 13, 2021 at 4:23 p.m., categorized as a low severity. So we know this being triggered as a malware, so we want to verify if it is a true positive or false positive. Let's just doing an investigation. So I'm going to getting some basic information first. So this is from internal IP. This is our internal IP address, and it is from the pentest machine. File name is nmap. So potentially is perform a scanning, and I don't know what this file is. Perhaps it is a pcap file. So we will see. So let's just take ownership for this alerts. So which means I'm going to perform analysis on it. It is being assigned to me. So in the Let's Defend, they have this thing called, if you create a case, in this case, you will be giving a playbook. So if you don't know what playbook is pretty common thing used in SOC. So basically, it is a set of actions the SOC has designed for their analysts, so that their analyst will know that what kind of steps they need to take to make the alerts, to investigating these alerts and make the client happy. So let's use this malware playbook so we can start our playbook. So the first thing we need to understand is that what kind of define the threat indicator. So we want to know what kind of thing this stuff does. So we see that in our previous tab, we see that this is if we go to the case management, actually going to the monitoring. So if we go to investigation channels, we see here we have download files. Perhaps we should open this. So I never played this case before, so I'm not 100% sure. But I'm going to open it in our Kali machine. In this case, you want to just like open it in here, right? So you want to download it. I just want to check what this is, so that I know this perhaps is useful for us to determine if what kind of threat indicators we might have. So we want to extract in here. Password is infected. So this one is being named as nmap. Kind of surprised this one is like what kind of file this is. I'm not too sure. So in Linux, you can use file to determine a file's attributes. So it is a binary file runs on the 64 bits Linux machine. Runs on this version of Linux. So it is a binary file. ELF in the Linux means a binary executable file. So in this case, I think it's being made clear that this is actually a malicious. This could be a map, legitimate a map. We don't know that. So what we can do is we can get MD5 hash. So we can go into check on the determine if this file is actually a map or is like a malware. So we can just go into check the virus total. Let's just check it to see if it is malicious or not. So just be sure you understand that virus total or all the other third-party sandbox. They are like everything you uploaded in here is not private. So which means other people in the communities, they can see your everything you uploaded to those sandbox. So if you have any sensitive information from your clients, if you're working a SOC, there are definitely some sensitive information you do not want to share. So make sure that you understand you do not want to upload anything which involves in the sensitive client information to the VirusTotal or any other third-party sandbox. So we come back, we know this file is coming back is clean. We can also check on the hyperanalysis, which is another like type of files we can use. So you can search for the report in here. Obviously, you can upload this binary to that hyperanalysis, but it doesn't give us much details. It just really just give us nothing really relevant. So it seems like when we're looking at the strings, we see actually a map down at this certain seconds, and we see that the port scanned. So and we see that the fingerprints. So this perhaps is just legitimate Nmap binary executables. So it's nothing malicious actually. So we can going back to Nmap itself is like a network scanner, but it can be used by attacker. So it is something definitely should be keep in mind. So this is the first case. It does not apply to our case. Antivirus program malfunction or become disabled for unknown reasons, unknown or unexpected services and application configured to launch automatically on system boot. So I think all these three options does not apply to our case since we are a Nmap binary file, and it is SSH Scan Activities. So I'm gonna choose other. Check if the malware is quarantined or cleaned. I don't think this even is a malware, but we're gonna check it anyway, right? So you wanna check on the log management. I'm just gonna open a new tab. And at the same time, you wanna save some time. In the real world scenario, you want to really do this, perform this in as fast as you can, because as an analyst, time is everything, right? So we can just looking for on the Juice 13. We can see on the Juice 13, we need to understand the traffic flow first. So in the traffic flow, we see on the firewalls, Juice 13 is matches with what we see in this event. So 423 Juice 13. From this internal IP, it is trying to scan the internal IPs in this destination port on the 22, which is SSH activities. So we confirm that there's SSH scan is going on, but we do not know why. Perhaps there's a pen testing going on in the company, or perhaps there's inside threat, insiders in the company. So we don't know. We don't know what's going on in the why this SSH scan is being initiated. But we can also check on the endpoints. So okay, so now it becomes clear that we have a pen test machine, which is there's a pen testing is going on in the company, and we see that the host name is a Kali, so we know it is a Kali machine utilized by companies pen testers to perform a pen testing, and they might just trying to doing SSH scans to see if the company has any SSH vulnerabilities. So by checking on the command history, we see the pen testers ran the nmap SV. SV means that getting the version of the scanned machines in this network range, and SP. SP, I think it means that I honestly forgot what the SP does, but we can always Google very quick. I haven't used a map for a while, but I think SP means port man page. You can always use man page, right? If you don't understand something, you can always check on the man page. But this is not relevant, I think, in this case. But you can always check what is SP is. So it says in previous release, SN was known as SP. So I'm not exactly sure that. Yeah, so if you do like a hacking a lot, you know that SP. You should be know that as people like I haven't used a map for a while, so it just like perform a like network scan on this IP range. So you really just don't want to overlook it because time is everything in a SOC. So you know this is like being utilized by the pen tester to perform some sort of pen test network connection to these 5 internal hosts process nmap confirmed. It has even had used like a netcat. You have a netcat in the and you have the Python wget top those commands. But most interesting is the nmap command. And potentially you have the netcat in here. Netcat connect to this remote IP address on the 1234 and execute the bin sh, which is a remote shell, so which potentially it is backdoors. So we're not sure why this IP is presented as a remote IP, but we can pretty sure that what we sure is that we know that is the pen testing is going on in the company. So check if the malware is quarantined and cleaned. In this case, that is not because it is a pen testing. So malware quarantined or cleaned? No. So antivirus scan. I already scanned this because this one is like a legitimate software used by pen testers. So it is just a nmap binary. Nmap itself is not malicious, but it all depends on what kind of activities people used it as. So it is not malicious. So we can finish the playbook, right? So we can close the case. It's a false positive, right? So it is like it is not malicious. It is a pen testing is going on. So we can say confirmed SSH scan. We can say scan is from internal hosts. We can say it is from this machine IP address, right? Which used for pen test purpose. So I think that is my notes for this. This case is not severe, so for the pen test purposes. And we can close this event, right? So let me just check my answers. Yeah, it's just like is it malicious? So I think the author is check on this binary is based on if the intent of this binary is malicious or not. So in my opinion, the nmap itself is not malicious, but it all depends on what kind of activities the person used it as. So nmap can be used for like a lot of legitimate purposes, like you can discover your assets on your network, but it can also be used by hackers to discover the open ports on your network. So it all depends. But in this case, the author gives the answer that it is deemed as a malicious nmap presents on the network. Perhaps in some environment, nmap is considered as a malicious because it is used by a lot of hackers. But I got other answers correct, so and it confirms it is SS. Let's see what kind of editor, what kind of notes editor gave. So it says Pentest team send an email planned scanning for this activity. Answer is false positive because there is no unexpected situation. For playbook, nmap has no C2 address and there is no access to C2 address. Although nmap file is marked as a malicious file. So I'm not sure where this is. I'm not. Let me check on my mailbox. Perhaps there's something I missed in here. Okay, so we got like a email. This is like a new features they add to the platform. I didn't notice before. So we see that this is from like Elaine. I didn't know. I don't know if I pronounced it right, but this is from this person sending to the SOC team that on June 11, 9:11 a.m., we know that hi all, I will scan the Let's Defend network after 12. June 13, 2021, the scanning could be continued all day. Please ignore same alerts for pentest machine hostname pentest machine IP address. This one regards. So we know that in this case that we know the alerts is being triggered at 4:23, which is exactly matches with what this pentester told our SOC team. So the pentester has already informed us. So I didn't check the mailbox, but I will remember to check it next time. And in this case, we can. Where is my? Okay, so in this case, I think I can just close alerts, right? Case management. Yeah, so I closed my alerts. God. So going back to the monitoring. So that's it for today, and thank you guys so much for your time, and thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and see you guys next time.